letting your guard down. It's honorable, especially when the past ain't been that friendly you, but there's magic in that. You're the fly that I gotta protect to keep alive in the wintertime. Hey, don't you die yet. You've been way more than a friend of mine, more life. I raise you, raise me, and let's turn that whole life round.
Tony, I have a question for you.
I can take the weight up off your shoulder.
I see the numbers you've placed on this list.
Why the world do you like that?
You haven't played 3 of the games on your top 10.
Correct. That's how good I know they are.
That's not how this works.
Ding dong 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 ding dong dong dong. Tell me when you guys are ready, and I'm gonna fuck.
What?
Do 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 do. Fuck. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Game and Watch. And welcome back. It is episode 54 of the Control Salt Delete podcast.
We
have definitely not been on any sort of extended break. It's good to see you guys again.
Yeah.
After being, consistent for several weeks in a row.
Of not recording.
What are you talking about? I was definitely recording with somebody these past
you were
month.
You were live recording, like, streaming video stuff.
I don't know.
Contrary to popular belief, we're not dead.
I do not know what you are referring to. When was the last time I recorded?
2 months ago.
Yeah.
Wait, was it before or after TwitchCon?
It was before he got married.
Yeah.
In October.
Holy shit. All right. Well, let's do a couple just like big
By the way, Tony's married now.
Hey.
Yeah, I was going to say we should just do a couple big life updates real quick. But biggest one obviously being Tony Brattoli is now no longer a part of the available dating market.
I mean, he hasn't been for
wasn't
longer.
for 4 years.
Okay,
already,
meaning like you're locked down on paper now.
Oh, yeah.
Like legally speaking.
Yep, I am now legally taken.
So congratulations to you. Cue the
kids. Yeah, the kids are always happy.
The little clapping children.
They just go yay.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to you. Matt, did you have anything humongously big happen between now and last time we recorded?
Not really.
Not really?
I mean, we hosted Tony's bachelor party here.
That is true. We did do that.
Played some Magic.
Played some Magic.
Went bowling.
Bowled some bowling.
Played some Mario Party.
Got destroyed in some Mario Party.
Yep. By the game.
Yeah.
Well, you won.
Did I?
You did win twice.
You won both games you played.
Yeah.
You're shitting me. I actually won?
No, that's why you got that little trophy.
And that's what you were saying the whole time after you won, too.
That doesn't sound accurate, but since you're both saying it, I will have to believe you on that.
You did win.
Also, my concussion is clearly doing a number on me. So, yeah.
And Peter apparently got a concussion.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get a concussion. I think I just have prolonged effects of a concussion that I got in college.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
Wonderful. One of these days, I'll remember one of your names. Anyway.
Who are we?
So we have, to my left, Tony Brattoli.
Hello. Mr.
I mean, we're all
Officially
Mr., aren't we?
Yeah. You're Mr. before you're married as well.
That's true.
And then to my right is Mr. Matthew Griego.
I'm not even going to respond to that.
And talking right now is Peter Park.
That's right.
Yeah. So
as you can tell,
did you like how I seeked that concussion story into introducing us?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that intentional?
I'm gonna put some reverb on that, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm putting some reverb on your announcement
right now.
Okay, that'd be great. That would actually be awesome. But anyway, for me personally, in terms of big life updates, I became a partnered streamer on Twitch.
Yay!
Hooray! So
Again, the children.
Yes.
That actually happened like a couple days before TwitchCon, so that was actually super good timing, and I got to experience the benefits of being a partner at Twitch. So that was.
I was actually wondering about that because I saw your badge that said partner. Did you have to like?
No, I honestly, they automatically
knew?
they automatically updated my ticket to partner, so
Sweet.
which is pretty sick. So,
What does a partner get at TwitchCon?
so partners get additional benefits, including
A backpack.
being able to go to the shop a day early for partners only.
And that was insane.
So
last year,
I waited an hour and a half still to get into the shop because there were a fuckload of partners,
right?
like an absolute fucking fuckeroni fuckload of partners. I guess when they partner trash people like me, you ought to believe that there's a ton of partners. But I mean, that was better than what I heard the actual line ended up being for normal people, because they waited like 4 to 5 hours to get into the shop instead. And that, yeah. So basically, long story short, TwitchCon was way more packed this year because I guess Twitch in general is just becoming more popular.
Makes sense.
Fortnite.
Yeah, and yeah, I got access
Fortnite's
to...
actually still the top stream game.
Yeah.
That's I know. It's bringing a lot of people to Twitch, is what I'm saying.
I got access to the partner lounge, which is pretty cool because I got to see other partners there. But that also meant that like I had to maintain my cool when I saw really cool fucking partner streamers there, and tried not to fanboy all over them.
D9?
Because I didn't actually get to see Day 9. I don't even know if Day 9 was there. If he was, oh no, he probably was.
I'm
there.
sure he was.
But I didn't get to see him. But I did get to see a lot of cool people there.
Ninja.
I didn't actually get to see Ninja at all, but I got to see people that I can't remember anymore.
Because he played with Ninja.
Box.
I didn't see. Well, yes. I actually ended up rooming with Box, so that was an interesting experience. Mostly because we just didn't know each other very well at that point, but we ended up becoming pretty decent friends. So more than acquaintances at least. And I would dare I say we are good friends now. Maybe not good friends.
Did you call back?
Maybe he thinks I'm a slut. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, he's a cool guy. He's a really cool guy, and got to meet a lot of cool people this year. So yeah, TwitchCon was cool, and I'm partnered now, which is weird. But I guess I no longer need to worry about my concurrent numbers, but I still do. So I thought that would be something that I would be able to get over, but I can't. So yeah,
you're never truly over it.
Yeah, never truly over it. So anyway, yeah, and that's that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Cool.
But what is this episode about?
But anyway, sorry, that was like a really long, weird tangent for something that has nothing to do with what we're actually going to talk about today on this very special episode of the Ctrl-Alt-Delete podcast, which is Game of the Year. Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Smash Bros. As you can tell from
more reverb will be added
children,
there too. And children.
Yeah,
reverb's children.
Yeah, as you can see from my attempt of doing that announcer voice. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Game of the Year.
Isn't the announcer also the voice of one of the characters in the game?
I have no idea, but I would totally believe you on that one. But anyway, just to kind of go over what the format of this is, it's a very casual, like informal format because we're just a bunch of friends that make our own rules, and this is our fucking podcast. God damn it, we'll do what we want. All right,
ain't nobody gonna tell us otherwise.
For those of you who are listening, just to let you know, just because you don't hear a game. If you don't hear a game that you think is Game of the Year on our list, does not mean is not a good game. It just means we either didn't get around to playing that game, which is probably going to be more likely the case, or we just have different tastes in video games. It doesn't necessarily invalidate your opinion.
Believe it or not,
so
these are opinions.
The only ground rules that we really have for this is that the games that we will be discussing and adding to our list are games that have either had an official release this year or had a major content update of some sort this year.
And also we've played them.
Yeah, and also we played.
Don't
them.
worry, I modified.
No assumptions on whether games are good, because this is our opinions and not just like. I mean, otherwise we would just go to Metacritic, list top ranked games by score, and
we
then
can also
list
do
those.
that.
I mean, I would prefer not. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna talk about each of our own favorite 5 games of the year, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on who's talking. And then afterward, we'll discuss what our actual absolute favorite game of the year is of those 5, or however many. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Good enough.
All right, before we get into this, does anyone need to poop?
Peter, I feel like you're asking this because you need to poop.
No, I actually don't need to poop. I just was asking.
Nope.
Well,
we're good.
I just went, so.
Perfection.
There you go.
So let's get
into
it. Let's start with
Game number 5?
The Tone Meister, game number 5. We'll go. Actually, yeah. Why don't we do each of our
Number 5s, number 4s.
number 4s, and then number 3s, and then we'll
And then number 2s. And then, hold on. Number 1s.
Holy shit! Kind of crazy how that worked out, right? It just went in order. I don't know how we do it.
It did.
This works out every time.
Well, I did spend a lot of time playing this game. I did really like it when it came out. It got me to play it again. It was fun for quite a while. I mean, my brother was playing it. I actually had people to play with, unlike you guys, which is completely understandable because we had many a career in that game, you could say. The game I'm speaking of is World of Warcraft, Battle for Azeroth.
The career in that game, Tony?
Dude, it was basically a career. Played that enough to where you could, calculate the hours and time.
I don't know if I can...
Money that you could have made if it was
I don't know if I can get a tax break for playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if that's how that worked. I feel like I could have made a lot of money. But, no.
I'm going to put that as my number 5. I felt like they kind of brought the game back with this one. And then playing it more and more, it was like, did they really? Kind of thing.
Wow, what a great number 5 to really bottom out this list.
Well,
remember, this is not game. This is game of the year.
Correct.
Games.
Okay.
Games of the year. But the reason that it's on here is because of the games on their list. I've spent the most time with it. And, well, not the most time of my list, but I mean the most time to make it number 5. And that was
you spent a lot of time
horrible
playing
rant.
That's
what I meant by putting this on number 5. Yeah. It was really fun though. I did like the mechanics and everything that they added. So it made it. I don't know.
Cool.
It's really hard to elaborate on.
I don't.
It's hard to elaborate on this one.
It sounds like you both like and dislike this game.
Yeah.
You know what? It sounds like you care deeply about this game.
I care about it. Yeah, because
so that means you will experience the highs and the lows very deeply.
Yeah, that's a better explanation.
You're invested.
I was invested,
and it costs money every month to play.
It does. I have since canceled it, but that does in no way affect this being on my list at number 5.
Okay. Should I go next?
Yes, Matthew Grigorovich, please go next.
After my riveting explanation, please take it away.
Okay.
Okay, actually, before we go on, what was your favorite thing about the expansion? Like, concretely.
I actually really liked the new area. I thought it was cool.
Like, the new zone was well made?
Yeah. I liked the aesthetic of it, like the jungle, kind of the new troll theme and stuff. I know a lot of people didn't for some reason. I don't know. I like was it Zandalari, right?
I don't know.
I feel like it's been a while since I played it.
It's the trolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was really neat. They also introduced some really impossible dungeons, like
impossibly hard, or
like very hard, like mechanically
driven. And did that make you hard? Like, did you enjoy like the difficulty?
Yeah, a little bit, because some of them, are pretty. Like, you can just sit there and press like 1.
You just like face roll and you win.
Yeah.
But you can't do that in this expansion?
No, all the newer dungeons were, you had to be more engaged than you would have for the older ones.
That's good.
Especially the one that I can't remember the name of right now.
That's
nice.
It was all in caps too, with an exclamation point.
Man, you'd think you'd remember if it was all in caps.
It's practically screaming it at you.
I know.
Write it in the comments. Let us know, because I totally forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me I'm an idiot too.
You're an idiot.
Thanks.
Cool.
All right, Matthew Grigorovich. What's your number 5?
I'm sorry, who?
Sorry, Matthew Gringo.
Okay. So
Matthew Gringo.
My number 5,
Matthew,
is a game I wish I played actually a bit more this year, but it still was good enough when I played it that it's number 5, and that is Dragon Ball FighterZ Z. Now, importantly, I also got the pass that had all of the characters come with it, because they definitely added some very cool characters after the game released that, if they weren't in the game, probably would hurt it a little bit. Yeah, but it's such a polished game. Like Arc Software, the people that have made this game, Blaze Blue, not Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear. Did they make Blaze Blue?
Yes.
So they've just sort of mastered the craft of 2D anime fighter in a way it's just so good. It feels good. And this game in particular, a lot of people have trouble getting into fighting games because there's such a high skill floor that in order to be at anywhere competitive or like even beat computers, you need to know what you're doing. But this game, they made it so that all the special moves are basically the same motions. You can do auto combos and do okay in the game. And if you're a pro, you can still have all of that world of exploration of what works with what and all that stuff. And the game, I mean, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z at all, it's a great fighting game. So that's my number 5, Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Very nice.
One quick question about Dragon Ball Fighter Z: were any of the new characters introduced like made for the game specifically, or were they all from the universe?
So not any of the DLC characters. There was one new character made for the story mode of the game.
Oh, okay.
It was an android character, Android 21. So they made a new android for this game.
Got it.
Who sort of also took the powers of Majin Buu at the same time. So it was an android with Majin Buu powers.
Got it.
Or
Majin Buu's powers.
Like turn people like candy, eat them, and absorb their powers.
Oh, what the? That's fucked up. Really?
Yeah.
I just started watching Dragon Ball Kai.
Oh.
So I'm starting to, dude, I didn't realize how fucked up the lore of Dragon Ball is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not fucked up, it's just weird.
Yeah,
like the
weird.
Saiyans were a race of people that would just eradicate planets, like life forms on planets, so that they
just because they could.
No, so they could sell them to other light aliens. That's how they made money. Literally.
They were a warrior race.
Yeah, I thought they were like a race of like benevolent like warriors, but no, they literally would just eradicate entire planets of life just so other aliens could move in and pay for them for it. What the fuck? Okay, but anyway, yeah, it's weird.
It gets better as it goes along too.
Yeah, fucking weird. Anyway,
But yeah, that's my number 5, Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
All right. For me, just a quick disclaimer, I do have a couple games that came out this year, or that did not technically have their initial release this year, but they've had content patches or like re-releases this year.
Okay.
But anyway, I actually found myself really struggling to find 5 games that I truly enjoyed this year. It was mostly just like 2 games that really stood out to me, and the rest were like just games that I kind of had like a couple dozen hours in it, maybe at most.
Sure.
But rounding out number 5 for me is actually going to be Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4.
Is it 4?
Battlefield 5.
I'm
Black
sorry.
Ops 4.
The numbering is confusing. But yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Wow.
So I found this is the first Call of Duty that I played since Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And I want to say that was like released in 2012, something like that, like 6 years ago. Like pretty long time ago.
Probably around there.
I could look that up real quick. But anyway, the main thing about this game is, as you know, there is no campaign. But I actually found myself really enjoying the multiplayer of this game a lot.
You mean the only mode?
Well, there's actually technically
That
multiple
Battle Royale
modes.
and Zombie.
I know.
I thought I was gonna actually,
But those are multiplayer.
I thought
Yes,
I
yes,
thought I was gonna play more. Technically, the actual just like shooting stuff is called multiplayer for some reason. I'm not sure why, because every mode is like in a way multiplayer, but they refer to like the death matches and stuff as multiplayer.
Those zombies, couldn't you do a single player?
You could, but then you still had like AI companions.
Yeah.
So like there was no true like solo playing experience unless you played the Battle Royale mode. And in a sense, you're still playing a multiplayer game. It's just you, it's just you against everyone else. So yeah, it was a little odd. And then yeah, I actually thought I was gonna get the game specific. Yeah, okay. So Black Ops 2 came out in 2012. But anyway, I thought I was gonna get the game and enjoy most of the Battle Royale, but I actually ended up playing that mode the least, if anything. I put maybe 3 or 4 matches in the Battle Royale. I actually put a good chunk of time into the multiplayer, and I thought that it had been long enough since I last played a Call of Duty that this game, the mode felt fresh to me. It's still really fucking frustrating though. Like when there's totally the whole like, oh, that's fucking bullshit. I totally headshot that motherfucker. Like, you know,
Right.
even though it's probably totally like on me for not landing every shot on their head or whatever reason, I still think paladins are bullshit. But paladins are the one shot, one kill sniper rifle. But yeah, I don't know. I found myself enjoying the multiplayer for that a lot. I still don't think I put a ton of time into that game. Like I had like a hot month with that game. I want to say maybe a little less, maybe like 3 weeks. I played like a shit ton of that game, and then kind of fell off. But I had a good time with it while it lasted. It was a not a one night stand, but like a 1 month stand in a way.
Just a yeah.
So
A fling.
Yeah, it was a fling. It was definitely a hot fling, but a fling. So
Hot.
like I really enjoyed the passion that we had in the moment, but no real lasting memories. You know,
Hot damn.
wasn't in it for like the long run. All right, Tony, did you want to talk about your number 4?
Sure.
What?
Talk about your number 4.
What is
Sean
this?
Connery.
Sean Connery.
One of my number 4 game was Super Mario Party. That was terrible.
I apologize.
But yeah, Super Mario Party, I put as my number 4.
Okay.
I mean, we were expecting this to come out since that E3 reveal.
We were
And-
expecting something to come out when they announced it was coming
yeah.
out.
That's
No.
right. Anticipating, I meant to say.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Anticipating its release since E3. We all picked it up, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean we've played quite a bit of it, I think. I mean, when I first got it, I actually just went through and beat everything that I could. So I got my fill of that game. But that was just by myself. You know, it's definitely more fun with friends and everything,
That's
which
natural.
is the point of it.
Yes.
They definitely introduced some new things. I like the HD Rumble features and the games that exploit that. I know a lot of people aren't a fan.
No, I mean, I like that too.
Yeah, like the one. Well, there's a few, but the one I could think of, you know, the one where you hunt for coins and dig it up. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or the versus games where you have to blow up a balloon until it almost pops, and then the rumble will tell you. I don't know. It's fun to play with people.
It is.
I mean, and it's on a Switch, so you can bring
you
it
are
with
correct.
you. Yeah. Well, you know, it's not as rage-inducing as the other ones. There's something about it. I can't figure it out, but I like. It seems like everyone previous to this game we always dubbed "Hate Your Friends" instead of Mario Party, because every time you lose, like it's a bullshit thing. Like, you know, you land on the thing. Hey, steal 3 stars from this person who has 3, or these are like. You know, there's one area in the map where you could pay to steal a star, but you don't get that very much. Like, there's no random, like... There's not as much bullshit, I feel.
I would say the most bullshit thing is when you get that random, like, card when you land on a space, and then it does the little...
Oh, the
chance-
wheel?
block?
Yeah, the wheel. The block.
Yeah.
I would say that's the most bullshit thing, because you could just randomly get a star. But even then, it's like, it's not very common.
At least these, though, you can see, like, the chance to
odds.
get a star is really slim. Like,
Mhm.
these other ones, like, let's say Mario Party 5 for Wii or
It would
something.
be like a 50-50 chance, or maybe just give
it
you...
seems like 100%. Like,
Yeah.
you just find hey, it's a hidden star block. Great.
Yeah. the game definitely reduced the amount of things that made me go, well, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and the mini games are just really fun, and
Yeah.
all the different modes, like the rhythm stuff,
Mhm.
that's really fun to play.
Yeah.
My wife and I did it on our first stream. In fact, we did the rhythm games and the river
And who won
rapids thing.
in the
I,
rhythm games?
I did.
This guy
Aw.
fucking flexing his wife on us, motherfucker.
Flexing a wife?
Well, I can say that
By the way, Tony and his wife have a new Twitch channel called
we do.
twitch.tv/TNT United.
Yep, TNT, Tori, and Tony.
Please drop them a hot,
Get it?
sexy follow.
Thank you.
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
So yeah, that's my number 4, Super Mario Party for the Switch.
Cool.
Okay. My number 4 is also Mario Party for the Switch.
Hey.
It's pretty much everything Tony said. It feels a lot less bullshitty, which is a big part of Mario Party. But also, they went back to what Mario Party was. Because for a little while there, they just were like, we don't want people to be confrontational. Everyone moves at the same time. Everyone gets stars at the same rate. And it's like, no, that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be competitive in these games, but just make them less bullshit. That was it. And they did that in this one. And I also like the feature that you did not mention, which is every character has a unique dice block,
Yeah, the dice. Yeah.
which there are definitely some dice that are like much more hit or miss than others.
Like Bowser's.
Yeah, because there are some where it's you don't move, you lose coins instead.
Yeah.
And then there, like other faces on that same die will be like, you move 10, which is Bowser's die, pretty much exactly. Or Donkey Kong's is the literal worst in that it's 2 plus 5 coins, 2 zeros, 2 10s. So there's a 4 out of 6 chance you're just not moving.
Great.
But you can always just use the regular die, and if you're
Right.
ahead, you can use his to get either more ahead or just get coins. So I really like that they did all of that in this game. They brought it back to its roots where it's competitive, but they reduced the amount of bullshit. That's exactly what people wanted.
Yep.
And I also like the 2-player tag mode where the 2-player are on a team and you're just on a grid, because the free movement style is actually kind of fun to do.
I haven't tried that actually.
You must have, because you have all the gems.
Maybe I did that. I did it with AI. That's right. Yeah.
Okay,
right.
cool. I was about to say, like, you literally had to have done it.
I don't actually have
He
Donkey
paid
Kong
someone
yet.
to boost his Mario Party account.
I'm missing like 2 or 3 characters still.
Are you really?
I don't have Donkey Kong.
Oh. Did you do the single player challenges? Because that's how you get a couple characters.
Did I? I don't know. I'll have to revisit that.
Cool.
All right, carry on.
All right. So, yeah, number 4, same as Tony's.
Cool.
Mario Party for the
All
Switch.
right. So my number 4 is also super. I'm just kidding. Actually, my number 4 is actually going to go to Diablo 3 for Switch. So I was not actually expecting to like the. Hey, look.
Eternal
Okay,
Edition.
I have my own problems with Super Mario Party. You don't see me piping up about it. Anyway, so Diablo 3 for Switch. I think what really helps is that I just really enjoy the fuck out of Diablo 3. But at the same time, I didn't actually realize how well the Diablo 3 would translate onto a handheld console. Like, it's actually been like super invaluable to me. So for those of you who don't know, I work as a private tutor, and it takes me about 45 to 50 minutes to get to work. And typically I end up going early just because if traffic were to hit, it would make me late 100%.
Right.
So I always go a little early just to avoid that possibility. And what ends up happening is most of the time I wait about 20 to 30 minutes before my lesson actually starts. So Diablo 3 on Switch has actually been like incredibly fun in that regard, where like I'm just at work or I'm waiting before work, and then I just get a couple rifts in, do a couple dungeons. The satisfaction of going through and playing is still just as good as when it was on console. If anything, like it's really comfortable in my hands.
Console PC. It's on both.
Carry on.
Sorry, on PC, right? But anyway, yeah. So there's not a lot of new content, I would say, for the console edition of this game, but overall, just like being able to slay demons and get dope loot by yourself. Or not by yourself. I don't want to emphasize that. There's nothing great about it doing it by yourself. But being able to do this on the go is actually really cool. And the game performs amazingly. Like, I've rarely ever seen any slowdowns, even when my screen's just packed with demons. But yeah, it's just a really satisfying game, for sure. But it definitely is a grind getting your characters from 1 through 70. That's not exactly the most fun.
How old is Diablo 3 now?
Pretty old. I want to say it's 5 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to play it a lot when it came out.
Well, I played through the campaign the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the Diablo 3 version, the Switch version of Diablo 3 includes the Reaper of Souls expansion as well as the Necromancer class. So it has all the most recent content. So
Cool.
It
yeah.
should for $60.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Well, it's on sale already for 40.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you could get it for 30 from Newegg now.
There you go.
It's pretty darn
There you
cheap.
go.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that's kind of what the price should have been to begin with, but I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, like, I'm sure they had to put in some work for it to be able to run well on the Switch. But regardless, I bought it for 60. I don't regret the purchase. It's like one of my favorite games to play when I'm just like waiting. It's like one of my favorite games to play in handheld mode. So yeah, it's a good game. I like it a lot.
I almost got it.
Yeah, not really much to add beyond the fact that it's Diablo 3 on Switch. So
It does have all the expansions, though, like you said, that's pretty cool.
yeah. All right. Well, Tony, number 3.
So number 3 is another, like we said, a re-release of sorts, or a new update. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll unhide those. I forgot you all were looking at this.
Just all the games except for his are gone on the list now.
Okay.
What a jerk.
Interesting.
It's like, sure, we agree on some of them, Tony. But come on.
Oh boy. Well, whatever. I'll fix it in a second.
Okay.
Your number 3 is showing. No, it's not showing. I'll fix it.
I know what it is. Just go on.
My number 3 is a re-release of sorts. They came out with a new expansion for it, and that is Destiny 2. The what's it called? Forsaken. Almost forgot the expansion name.
Wow, must have really left an impression.
No, it is. We said it. Did we say it in a podcast? I think. Yeah, we did talk about it. That
Yes.
It's like what Destiny 2 should have been after the first release, like the first base game. So, I mean, they made it a good game again with this one, and the campaign is really fun. It's not like the BS of Osiris, and Warmind was, just lackluster. This one like actually has things for you to do in it, and it takes some work to do it. It's not like just the short 20-minute story, and you're like, well, that was a waste of money and time. And the same thing, I can say the same thing as I did when the game first came out. It just feels so good to play. There's something about, I don't know.
They really nailed the feel of that game, for sure.
And it's hard to explain every time we try to explain it. There's just something, you just have to play it to
The
know what we're
shooting
talking
feels good.
about. Yeah, there's just something about that game.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
So, moving on then.
All right, Maddie.
My number 3. Some people probably won't like it just because, I mean, that's their opinion. So my opinion is that my number 3 is Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, and or Eevee.
Which
And
version did you get?
I got Eevee personally. Because, okay, I know this was based on Pokemon Yellow.
Right.
And you weren't allowed to, evolve your Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow.
Right.
But I thought, oh, it's Eevee. It's not Pikachu.
Right.
I'll be able to evolve my Eevee.
Still can't evolve.
Still can't evolve my Eevee.
What? So it knows tackle?
No. They actually, so here's the thing.
They still learn moves.
Yeah,
Right.
they still learn moves. And the other thing is, I didn't expect to like this Pokemon game as much as I did, simply because they made some improvements to the game that I think every Pokemon game should do from now on. Like, I think the biggest thing is there's no random battles. Like, there's no randomly running into a Pokemon. You see the Pokemon, and you can choose to run into them or not. And that's one of the things
It's
I
more
didn't
realistic,
like
yeah.
as much about Pokemon series in general, was the fact that you're just running through grass. You touch the first blade of grass. There's a fucking Pidgey right there.
Yeah.
And it's like, in this one, you actually choose what you want to try to catch or not. Now, in this one, you don't battle everything, which also can be an improvement to some people, because I didn't really care for battling a Pidgey for the 30th time in a row.
Actually, yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. The monotony of this game was shifted because but the monotony of like the old Pokemon games is grinding through, using abilities and fighting constantly. Now the monotony has been boiled down to just tossing a Pokeball to catch something, which I find a lot less annoying, actually.
Yes, I would agree with that. And so, like, I think they took some of the annoying things that used to exist in the older Pokemon games and just sort of pushed them aside and sort of streamlined the experience. You still do trainer battles, you still do gym battles, you still level up your Pokemon just differently. And, I just think they did a good job on it. And I know this isn't the main Pokemon game that's coming out for the Switch, but this is a good game for the in-between time, and I hope they take some of the stuff they did in this game and move it permanently to the Pokemon series.
Yeah. And the fact that it integrates with Go, and you can use the little...
Yeah, and I know some people will say, oh, it's a Go. It's just a mobile game ported to... No, it's not. It's actually Pokemon Yellow updated to the modern age, and it looks really good, actually.
Yeah. I think it looks good.
So, yeah, that's my number 3.
Yeah. I actually like that explanation. Cool. I didn't think of it like that either. Yeah. Pokemon Yellow updated.
Yeah, it's literally Pokemon Yellow updated.
Yeah.
And the funny thing too is you can transfer Pokemon to that game that didn't exist in Pokemon Yellow. So like there's Aloha forms of Pokemon that you can get in that game.
Alolan?
Uh-huh.
Alolan? Alolan.
Yes, I wasn't sure what you were saying at first.
Aeolin.
That's what their form is called.
No, Alolan, not Aloha.
It is Aloha in this game, apparently.
Wait, what?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Anyways,
God damn, you're too
Just
fucking
keeping
good
it
at that.
live, keeping it light.
but you can transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go to this game. So obviously, anything you catch in that game, which is like the first 5 or 6 generations now, you can transfer to this game. So you can have all the Pokemon you want in this game.
My apologies.
So yeah,
Oh, okay,
Another
It's,
spam caller. Excellent.
lovely.
great.
Do you not have spam like blocking?
No.
Oh, that's sad.
Usually I use my Google number for sign up things like that.
No, this
require
is
a
not
phone number.
signups.
Oh,
This
it's
is
just
just literally
telemarketing
scam
crap.
callers.
Yeah, they've been getting better at it too.
Yeah,
That's
they
very
have.
annoying. But yeah, so the game is just very solid, and yeah, I liked it more than I thought I would.
Very nice.
I think that's a solid choice.
Yeah.
I think for me, I would have played that game more if I hadn't watched like literally a bunch of people stream that game, and then when I played it myself, I was like, I feel like I'm fucking replaying this game already, and I haven't even touched it yet. You know? So I might get back to that game eventually, but there is a backlog for sure. All right, for me, I know that my number 3 choice might be controversial for you two because I could see this being your guys' number 1. But for me, this is just a guess. But for me, my number 3 game is going to be Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
It hasn't even been out for a
dare you.
week.
Yes, but Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is probably the best, most fleshed out Smash Bros. Experience to date, in my opinion.
Yes.
I was never super into Melee. I would say that like I enjoyed the mechanics of say Smash 4 and Brawl a little more. It was a little more friendly for someone like me, as opposed to like where Melee had very high mechanical skill required. Ultimate was much more friendly. It has a very, very almost too fleshed out of a single player mode. Holy crap.
It's pretty extreme.
If you are a collector at all, you're going to lose your mind over the whole spirits mechanic because there's like almost 2,000 of them, I think. And
they're going to be adding more.
yeah, which is insane. But yeah, I've just had a tremendous amount of fun playing Smash. I personally was on a 48-hour marathon stream with a couple of my friends. We obviously didn't stream for 48 hours straight. But we were
Aw.
taking shifts. We were taking different shifts for the stream. And honestly, it just brought me back to like college when I used to just like have these super long Smash marathons where we would just play Smash. We would just play Smash. There's nothing complicated about it. It was just a good time playing Smash, getting wrecked, wrecking others, whichever, however. And to like they increased the roster. They brought back all the old boys
Everyone.
and brought some new ones too.
Everyone's here.
I do have to say that I'm a little sad that they changed my boy Wolf a little bit because Wolf was my main in Brawl.
He's
And,
really strong though.
He is,
I mean,
but
he's
also
just-
feels clunky.
He's just different to the point where like I'm having less fun with him. But that is also something that maybe if I play him some more, I'll eventually get used to.
Oh
it.
yeah, I mean all the pros are even saying like they can't play their mains the same at all anymore. They have to relearn the game.
Yeah.
as they should.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, I've been playing Bowser Jr., which was my old main from the last Switch game.
Smash 4, yeah.
And he feels just as good, if not better, than when I played him. Like he plays very similarly to his Switch counterpart. I mean, like at my level, he plays similarly. I'm not sure like if at like a higher level he's played differently, but I'm enjoying him a lot. I think all the new character additions are pretty cool. I'm still on the fence about some of the characters that they added. For example, I don't know if they necessarily needed both Simon and Richter.
Considering they're exactly the
especially
same.
if they're like literally exactly the same. Whatever. But like they introduced a lot of cool characters, and
It's more of a skin.
it's fucking Smash, dude. It's cool. It's a cool ass game.
Yep.
All I gotta say is that though, I really do hope that they improve their online capabilities because right now it is very lacking at the moment. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's a little rough.
but that is something that could continue to improve. So
Yeah,
but yes,
that is a software issue that can be solved easily with a few patches.
yeah.
Yep.
So Smash is real fucking good, man. It's real good,
Yes, it is.
and they also nerfed the shit out of Bayonetta apparently. So
They really did.
I've seen a couple of them, and I've been able to beat them a lot more consistently
yeah.
than I used to
Yeah,
be
like
able to.
I've been seeing the forums. They're saying she's trash now. So
Good.
yeah,
People are
She's-
saying
I
a
would
lot of people
say-
are trash, but that's because they're different.
Yeah, I would say that Bayonetta's not trash. She still does really good combos, and if she does them right, she will win the game.
Yeah,
But
I guess we'll just have to see in a couple months how things stand because this game is still very, very fresh. So,
yes.
Again, not even. It's been out since Thursday at 9 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah, and
For
I've already
digital
played it
people.
for
Like 9:45 actually.
I've already played
delayed
it for
a
like
bit.
more than 30 hours. So,
Yes.
yeah. But yeah, moving on. Tony,
What
number
are we
3.
on? Number
2.
2.
Number
Is it
2. You did
oh,
number
right,
3.
and the last one. Number 2.
So my number 2 is one that I actually forgot to put on this list at first until Peter mentioned it earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Which update?
I actually haven't played the newest one. I
The
have.
one that came out like a week ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So of the other other operations, which one was your favorite?
The one with Maestro and
Operation Parabellum.
yeah, I
Yeah.
like that one the best. I
That
think
was a good one.
I don't know, this game's just really fun. I mean, it's like tactical Overwatch.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
With a very quick time to death.
Oh yeah.
Time to kill.
Yeah.
TDD.
It's very quick.
TTK.
You just
Mhm.
peek around the corner a little bit too much and you're instantly dead.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the round's
Headshots
over.
are an insta kill.
But again, that's the whole thing of this game. Like you can just win and lose, just keep going, whatever. It doesn't take too long sometimes. I mean, I've had rounds where it's like over in which seems like 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like start and then everyone dies. I'm like, okay, great. Reset, start over. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I haven't played it as of late. Like not really since the last, since Parabellum actually. It's been a while. No. I played it a little bit when the Electric Shield person came
Grimsky?
out. Yeah, Grimsky.
It's like Clash and Maverick.
Yeah, I played it once or twice. We did like one in-house.
Mm-hmm. We need to get more of those going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still down. I mean, I'm in the office enough where I can just hop on.
Cool.
But yeah, number 2, Rainbow Six Siege.
Cool. So my number 2, you were wrong, is Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Oh damn, son!
And so let me say though, the reason it's number 2 is because it's been out for less than 4 days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At the time of this recording, of course.
If I had had more time to play it, and if I had been able to give it a much more critical assessment,
Thorough delusion.
it probably would have been number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because looking at how much I've been playing it, how much I like it, it probably would have been number 1. Like you said, the online, unfortunately, is lacking a bit. But other than that, the game is pretty much exactly what people want in a Smash game.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone feels pretty solid, pretty good. Like, I can't say there's a character that I can't see people winning a game with
Mm-hmm.
in that.
Yeah.
Like in other Smash games, I can see where it's like, oh, this character's just not very good.
Duck Hunt Dog.
Duck Hunt was pretty good. He wasn't that
He
bad.
he was a meme more so than he was good.
I still don't see him played it at all.
I played against him online once, and he was actually pretty okay. He relied a lot on
He's a projectile user, right?
somewhat.
He's just more like tricks. A lot of tricky stuff.
I see.
Yeah, a lot of that. But again, no characters feel weak. Everyone feels pretty solid, and like all the characters you're used to playing with may have changed a little bit, but they still feel good. Like I remember in Smash 4, Rob felt like trash, and I played Rob as my main in Brawl, but now he feels good again.
Yeah, he does. Most people do.
Yeah, and that's the
Just feel
thing.
really
Everyone
solid.
does. So it's hard to complain about the game other than the online mode.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
it's
here's
number 2.
hoping. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they've done improvements on other games in the past. They've patched some stuff into them, and I don't like when I first heard that they were removing For Glory. I was like, okay, as long as you'll be able to do the same thing as For Glory, it'll be fine. But you can't.
Yep. There's no actual replacement for Glory for some reason, but
Yeah.
Here's hoping.
Like I don't care what they call it, as long as they give us the option. Because preferred rules implies you don't get those rules all the time, which
Right.
happens a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But other than that, game's pretty much perfect. So, number 2.
Number 2, a big one at that. Anyway.
Sure.
All right. So for my
Yeah.
number 2, it's been a big toss up for me between these two games. But for me, my number 2 is going to actually have to be Rainbow Six Siege as well. So Rainbow Six Siege, specifically Operation Parabellum as well. That was the operation that I definitely had the most fun with.
It was fun.
So with the introduction
Introduction.
with the introduction of Maestro and Alibi. So I'm not really sure why that specific operation felt so good.
I think
but-
the map too.
The new
map
map
was
was
really
pretty.
good.
The new map was pretty cool. Damn, that game is just so fucking good. But it's also a testament to how long this fucking year feels, because I swear to God, I thought I started playing Rainbow Six last year, but no, I started playing it like March of this year. So this was a really long fucking year. But yeah, the game is extremely satisfying in that, like, as you continue to play, you will definitely improve, and as you improve, the game will just feel so much more satisfying to play. Like nailing that headshot, nailing like the proper use of your gadgets, having proper teamwork and coordination, like being able to execute like a plan the way you want it to, being able to scout out effectively, like it just makes you feel so damn good.
Even though I am absolutely terrible.
No, same here. I mean, everyone is. I actually
Literally everyone
You
that
are
plays
not
this
terrible
game
at all.
is
I
trash.
actually got back to it recently, and holy fuck, I was struggling. It was bad. I lost every engagement that I had. It just goes to show that it's one of those games where you kind of have to continue playing to have the muscle memory of aiming, knowing where to
Right.
aim, how to use your gadgets effectively. So I definitely want to get back to that game sooner rather than later, because man, I'm fucking trash again. But they did release a new operation like less than 2 weeks ago, I want to say, with the introduction of Cade and Nomad? Cade and Nomad.
Cade and shit.
Cade and Abel. Yeah, and a good one. Good one. So, they look like two really solid operators with two really solid kits, and their gadgets are also really cool too. So, I want to get back more into that game. But yeah, that game is by far the game I put the most hours into this year alone. So I was really tempted to put that as my number 1, but I think in terms of overall satisfaction, there is one game that I have in particular that ranked just a little bit higher. But first off,
I mean, literally.
let's get to you, Tony.
So we're on
Number 1.
number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah, I put Smash Ultimate there. So
Who would have guessed?
I mean, it's really hard to make just 5 games, but I know it just came out. But damn, this game. Like, as much as we played Smash 4, we haven't played Smash in a surprising amount of time.
Because it was on the Wii U and no one brings
and
that shit out
it just
anymore.
died. Unless you're a streamer or a competitor, like you didn't really use that for anything. So yeah, when this game came out, damn. I mean, I grinded a lot to get all of the characters. I actually had just got everyone today. I beat classic mode with everybody.
Holy crap.
Yep. That's how I got all my
On
characters.
1.0.
No.
I thought you said 1.0.
No. I started at 3.5 and made it up to 8 most of the time. Unless I continued. Sometimes it got too hard depending on the character I chose.
Continue.
Yeah, it was bad. I think my hardest time was with Pichu. I am the worst Pichu ever.
Well,
I continued like 8 times.
Pichu is very fast, but also dies very quick.
Yes, I'm so garbage with Pichu. But yeah, I again thoroughly played the classic mode. I found out today that the remaining 3 characters were the Mii fighters. I was like, I think I'm missing a few, but none are showing up. What's happening? And then yes,
and that's
Peter brought that to light. I have not actually tried the spirit thing yet, but I did watch a lot of the stream that you were on, so I know what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a pretty cool mode.
It looks cool and frustrating.
Yep. The UI in that mode in particular could use some work. But yeah.
Yeah, it looks decent enough though. I do agree with the online mode. I tried it for the first time today. My first game was a free-for-all. 3 stock like 10 minutes or something ridiculous. I think it was 7 minutes. And the main problem with it was that there was so much lag that I couldn't even play at all.
Are you playing on wireless by any chance?
Yes,
Okay.
but it wasn't me.
Okay. I just bought an Ethernet adapter for my Switch today, so
Yeah, I brought
hoping-
mine out of storage. I have it, but there aren't enough ports. There are only 2 USB ports.
There's 3.
There's 3.
Oh, that's right. There's one. Or I'll use that one for that one.
Yeah, maybe.
I will say though that the actual net code for the online feels a lot better.
Yeah, like when you and I were playing, Matt, there was
It
no
felt like you were right in the
perceivable
room.
lag at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, the one-on-ones that I had seemed pretty good too. I didn't really feel any lag.
It's once you start getting with 4 people that it's really bad because
That
there's
was
usually one person who just has
it
terrible
was
internet.
so bad. And of course, I chose Richter for that one.
Oh, God.
And it was a 4v4 on the Samus map with the platforms
Brinstar?
that disappear, like the new one for this game. Yeah, that was awful. But the 1v1s are really fun. The game just feels so good. I don't know who to main yet.
I mean, there's 70 some odd.
71 characters.
I mean, with PD or with Piranha Plant coming out, there are 75 characters,
75
Yeah, if you
characters.
include the Mii Fighters.
and then
So
5 DLC
So it's
characters.
gonna be 80 total.
80 characters, and we don't know if that's all.
Probably.
I don't know.
Probably.
Sakurai never rests.
That's because he's working on the next Smash game.
yeah.
God. I hope that he's
The
not.
fact that they
at this
named this
point.
one Ultimate, I don't know that there is going to be another one. That's sad. They might just report it or make it something for future
I would not
Nintendo
mind.
consoles. Yeah. All right, but yeah, that's number 1.
Okay,
Smash Ultimate.
so like I said, Smash probably would have been number 1 if it had been out longer, but because we've only played it for literally 3 days at most.
But that still proves how good it is. That it
It's
even made it to
extremely
number 2
good.
for you.
Yeah. So my number 1 is a game that I played a lot this year, and I think it did win Game of the Year for most people, and that is God of War. So I know I stopped talking about it a bit in the middle of the year, and that's because I had finished it once. And
it's a single player game.
It's a single player game, and beat it once, and it started playing it again to do the second playthrough, and it's like, damn, this game is good. Just everything about it. The story is great. Like God of War always had kind of a story, but this game really has a story. The fighting mechanics are really good. That's what God of War is known for. It's very different in this game compared to the other ones, but it's very solid. You feel a lot of weight in what you're doing, and like it's just super good. I don't want to give away too much, but like the ending is very satisfying. The enemy variety is pretty good overall. You kind of get samey battles through the game a little bit, but like the fights always feel so good that you don't really
Looks
care.
good.
Yeah, I mean it looks fantastic. The only thing I will say, and the one negative I will give it, is that the boss battles didn't have a lot of variety, which seems odd for a God of War game because
they kind of
Indeed.
were all about the epic boss battles.
yeah, and I think it's because in the other ones you fought just all the different Greek gods, those were your bosses. This game's a little bit different. Again, I don't want to give away too much, but the boss battles were a little bit lacking, but I mean, if that's the one fault the game has, like that's just a solid ass game. So
Yeah.
God of War is the number 1 for me this year.
Cool.
Bam.
Nice.
There you have it.
All right. For me, if you've been listening to this podcast at all, you should not be surprised by what I say next.
Nunu
Actually,
Kuni
if-
2.
Yes. If anything, you might have been surprised that I chose this game over Rainbow Six Siege. But my number 1 game of the year was Monster Hunter World. This game, despite its flaws, is probably the most fun I've had in a video game in a very long time. There is nothing quite like mastering a weapon and just fucking destroying a monster with it. There's nothing quite like the feeling of grouping up with a bunch of friends, working together to slay like a super difficult monster. Like It's just super ridiculously fun. Even fighting like less difficult monsters, like easier monsters, is still super satisfying. Like if a friend were to ask me to help them like go through like lower level monsters and stuff, I would not hesitate to join them, because it's just the simple act of hunting a monster in itself is incredibly rewarding. And it just feels so good. Monster Hunter World specifically has added so many smart changes to the Monster Hunter formula that have really streamlined the experience overall. I guess one of my issues with the series was that, or with this game in particular, was that it was very easy to reach endgame, and that the endgame kind of fell off pretty easily. But I heard that they just announced an expansion that included a new area. And it also includes like a variation of G rank, which is basically ultra hard mode. So I'm very excited for that. I'm excited for all the new monsters to come. It was just extremely fun, and like the weapons are so fucking cool in that game.
Yeah.
And the game just looks amazing, especially for someone like me who's been playing all the handheld versions of that game. Transitioning to Monster Hunter World on PC was just fucking fabulous. It was amazing. It just looks so good. So, yeah, just an incredible game in so many different ways. I'm excited to get back into it and play the new content when it releases.
Well, they have some like winter update right now too.
Are you talking about the Behemoth update?
No, there's like a winter wonderland type update right now. That
Update or event?
Yeah, it seems more like an event. They have still the same monster, like the last big one that they released.
Behemoth?
Yeah, but they have some kind of. It is some kind of event where you can get tokens or tickets for something.
I haven't actually played it in a while. But yeah, I'm totally down to play more Monster Hunter for sure. So yeah, that's my game of the year.
It's been a long time.
That's my game of the year. 2018 was a long fucking year.
Yeah. The only thing I would say that I was disappointed with Monster Hunter World so far is the fact that I have a widescreen monitor and it doesn't support widescreen.
Ouch.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And it's like, oh man.
1920 by 1080.
Yeah, the port definitely needed a bit of work, but I mean,
no, not the worst port by any means.
Yeah,
No,
so I've definitely experienced worse.
Definitely better than most. Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, good fucking game. Just to recap, so for me, my top 5 in order were Call of Duty Black Ops 4,
What the fuck?
Diablo 3 for Switch, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Rainbow Six Siege, specifically Operation Parabellum, and Monster Hunter World for PC. Tony?
My recap is number 5, World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth, going down to Super Mario Party, then Destiny 2 Forsaken, Rainbow Six Siege, specifically Parabellum as well, and Smash Ultimate as number 1.
And mine were number 5, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, number 4, Super Mario Party for the Switch, number 3, Let's go just Pokemon.
Let's Go Eevee.
Yeah, Let's Go Eevee / Pikachu because this is the same game.
Right.
Number 2 was Smash Ultimate, and number 1 was God of War.
Excellent.
There you have it.
I think 2018 was a really good year for games. Almost too good, I would say.
It really. Looking at this list beforehand, I was like, damn.
Yeah, I have quite a
Lush
backlog of
came
games that I need to actually play through.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even games on that like probably would make the list, but we just haven't played.
Yes.
Like,
Yep.
I don't know, Red Dead Redemption 2, for
Yes.
instance. That game
Spider-Man.
apparently. Spider-Man. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. There's so many games.
Yeah, like God of War is sitting on the drive on my PS4 right now, and I've not touched it yet. So
Yeah, that game is super solid.
yeah, I got it for $15.
What?
Yeah,
What'd you get it for $15?
Black Friday sale.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I had the 20% off because I had the new PS4 Pro. So it went from like 18 to 15.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
It's good. So I should really play that game.
Yeah, there are lots of games. And again, if you didn't hear a game you really like, that is okay.
Yeah.
We probably either didn't play it or we just have a difference in opinion.
Yeah, please do not murder us. I would appreciate that. I know there are people out there that take these Game of the Year lists very seriously, but we are just a bunch of friends that don't even play video games full time for a living. We just do this for fun.
Yep.
So please,
That is correct.
Please don't murder us. If anything, just write a very unkind note on a piece of paper, crumple it up, and shove it up your ass. So, yeah, anyway, that's going to do it for us at Control-Alt-Delete. Thank you for listening to our episode 54 Game of the Year edition podcast. We will catch you guys next time.
See ya.
Goodbye.